Hello, this is Alex.
And this is Naomi.
And you're watching SC News.
We have some breaking news to report to you, coming from Virginia. Last week, it was found that Nathaniel Bacon has died from dysentery, an infection in the intestines. The governor of Virginia, Sir William Berkeley, has delivered a statement.
Ladies and gentlemen of Virginia, hear me here. As you by now know, the traitor Nathaniel Bacon is no more. To those visiting Virginia, Nathaniel Bacon was the leader of a rebellion against Jamestown. He, with an army of his men, twice led his troops east of Jamestown, burning the city the second time. Bacon performed this atrocious act due to his jealousy of my position. With this burner of cities gone, we can begin to rebuild and start anew.
Sir William Berkeley has now opened negotiations with the Indians. He hopes to open new lands of settlement in order to stop these types of rebellions before they come to pass. The men of Virginia are also trying to prevent these rebellions. There have been some signs of discontent with the indentured servant system, as freed servants were the ones who backed up Bacon. Many wealthy men are no longer buying servants, as they do not want to have an even larger poor, landless class that is created by these servants once they are freed. Some, in fact, have even bought African slaves instead, citing that they are more reliable, they require less effort to maintain. Thanks to the slave code, even poor men are content with the idea of slaves. According to the slave code, no white man can become a slave. Instead, these slaves come from a Dutch ship, which in turn comes from West Africa. And now for our local weather forecast.
Well, farmers, looking at the weather here, the climate will be in your favor. The Southern Colonies have hot, moist summers and mild winters. The soil is fertile because the tidewaters leave minerals on the land and the growing season is long. Unfortunately, the heat during the summer may lead to malaria and yellow fever.
Thank you, Luke. Our second story comes from Henry Hovener, a Dutch merchant living in London. Reportedly, he received a letter from one Jamestown colonist, Sebastian Brandt. In the letter, Brandt described the harsh times onto which Jamestown has come. Brandt, who arrived 3 years ago in the wave of 1,200 immigrants, writes of his wife's and brother's recent deaths, as well as his own illness. He says,
I was not able to travel up and down the hills and dales of these countries, but do now intend every day to wake up and down the hills. For good materials, here is good, both gold, silver, and copper.
All right.
Brandt's letter is devoted to its real purpose, putting in orders for cheese, vinegar, tools, and spices, and other assorted goods from the London company that were not available in Virginia. Interestingly, he promises to pay in tobacco and furs, not in the gold and coppers he's looking for.
Hey, are you in Virginia, South Carolina, or North Carolina? Do you want to get a bunch of land and establish yourself as a massive plantation over and receive massive fortune? Oh, well, I have a deal for you. You can come to a new colony called Georgia, which is a new border colony right below South Carolina, where there are perfect conditions for growing tobacco and cotton. With this newfound tobacco and cotton plantations, you can get real rich. And don't worry about the labor, you don't have to do anything. You can just hire some indentured servants from Europe, or you can get some slaves from the Dutch. It all works out.